I just realise how lucky I am to be so loved by my family. It's just unbelievably overwhelming. And my friends too. I just never expected all of that yesterday. And I'm not crying out of sadness, I'm crying out of being overwhelmed and happy. Just met my two favourite guys on this party. They're so yummy, so lovely. But guess what? They're both getting married in the next couple of months. But hey ho, I'm not going to give up because there's plenty more fish in the sea.
7 years ago, she closed the door on a 41-year marriage. No cheating, no screaming, no broken plates. Just done. And she didn't just leave. She hit record. She documented the exit, the freedom, the beaches, the dates, every single chapter. So today, we're watching it in order. Because by the time this ends, you'll see exactly what she found on the other side. And trust me, she got that on camera too.
I'm 69 and I left my husband 7 years ago. I was fed up with being part of the furniture. I wanted to have a proper life again. Everyone got the shock of their lives when I left. My friends couldn't believe it. Most of all, my ex couldn't believe it. He never thought I'd leave. I mean, I didn't wish him any harm. I didn't have an unhappy marriage. I just wanted a bit more excitement in my life. And I was going to get it before I was 70. And I've only got 6 months to go. People stay in a relationship far too long when it's no good. And I can tell you something, when you are absolutely feeling like this is the end of the line, be brave, take a leap and just go. And you will never look back. Don't stay if you're not happy, because everyone deserves to be happy.
6 months away from turning 70. Think about that. Most people slow down. She sped up. This wasn't a journey of self-discovery. This was a race against the clock. She didn't walk away to find herself. She walked away because she could feel time running out. And time didn't slow down for her.
A lot of you were wondering why I left my husband when I said I wasn't in an unhappy marriage. Well, we didn't fight, there was no violence or anything like that, but I didn't feel I was living my life to the full. I didn't like living in the countryside when I'm really a city person. He was a good lover most of my life, but I still wanted a new adventure. There was a big age gap. Maybe that had something to do with it. We weren't on the same page anymore. There are many reasons people could decide that they've had enough. Many reasons. But I knew that it was time for me to leave. I've been thinking about it for many years. I wanted my children to be away at university. I didn't want to leave them when they were very young. But then I enjoyed my life when my children were there. I think it was when they left, it made me realize there was nothing left to stay for. So all these reasons are why I decided to leave. And I didn't leave with a huge settlement. I didn't leave with, I didn't take anything from my husband actually. But we're still friends. And we speak on the phone every week because we have children and grandchildren together. And we are very civilized. And there's nothing wrong with that. So a lot of people said, why didn't I work it out before I walked out? But it wasn't as easy as that. And I had thought about it for a long time, and there was nothing to work out. I knew I couldn't change anything. I tried, but not in a way that was unreasonable. I just knew I was ready to leave. And I haven't. This is not an advertisement for people to get divorced just because I walked out. I mean, everyone has a different story. Everyone has a different path. And it's amazing how you can still have fun and enjoy yourself when you have actually let go of all that tension that this uneasiness brings when you know it's not what you want anymore. So that's part 2 of my story. I'm just giving people the encouragement and the confidence to actually think twice about the rest of your life, because there's always an alternative and there's always a new way to live. What I've learned is it's never too late to start again.
Here's the part nobody talks about. The marriage wasn't broken. The man wasn't a monster. By her own words, he was good to her, for decades. And she still left. Not because something went wrong, but because the feeling wasn't there anymore. The neighborhood wasn't right. She'd already checked out mentally, long before she packed her bags. She just waited until the kids were grown and the house was quiet. Then she walked.
I'm 69, and this is me in my 30s, in a bikini on the Barrier Reef. I now don't mind wearing a bikini, even though I'm much older and actually more body confident than I was then. I didn't even think I looked good then. I actually don't care anymore. And I can sit on a beach, I can sit in the gardens, I can sit in the park in my bikini, and I don't give a damn because I feel good in myself. And why shouldn't I sit in a bikini? Some people say I should wear a swimming costume, but I don't feel comfortable in a swimming costume. So, what the hell? Here I am, at this age, enjoying life, ready for Love Island in my 70s. And who knows who I'll meet on my next beach holiday. I would like to say to all those ladies out there who don't dare wear a bikini or feel they're too old to wear a bikini, why don't you just do it? Why should you feel ashamed of yourself? It's just how you are now, and no one's going to like you any less for it. And if you embrace it, you will enjoy being who you are today. And that's what counts.
She's 70 and she wants to be on Love Island. Let that sink in. Love Island, a show built for people who weren't even born when she got married. The swimsuit isn't the story. The story is who she wants to see her in it. It's not her husband. It's the next one. And the next one isn't looking.
I'm 69 and I'm dating. The one thing that 19-year-olds and 69-year-olds have in common, that the men we're dating are still assholes. Oh, they are indeed assholes.
Notice how the laugh starts before the sentence even finishes. That's not joy. That's deflection. She just realized she's competing in the same dating pool as her granddaughter. Same apps. Same games. Same ghosting. She's laughing because if she stops laughing, she has to sit with the weight of the choice she made. The punchline is keeping the silence away. But the silence is patient.
Do any of you find dating difficult? I'm 69 and I find it extremely difficult sometimes. I have lots of dates, first dates, but I don't get second and third dates. I don't even want them. I don't find any connection with the people I meet up with. No real vibe. I mean, where do you find the person to get that vibe with? It's not even my age, I don't think. I think this happens at all ages. And it can be quite tiring. It can make you feel very miserable because it almost makes you feel there's something wrong with you. And I sometimes think, what is wrong with me? But in the end, I think, no, it's them. It's not me. No one makes any effort. And finding people on dating apps is probably such a fake way of meeting people. We're just looking at a picture. We're not looking at a personality. So how do you really know who you're meeting, where they're from? Doesn't work. For me, it doesn't work. And I'm thinking, will I ever find anyone? Sometimes I really want to give up and I have to push myself, say, no, don't give up. Just keep looking, because when you least expect it is when you're probably going to find it.
This is the turning point. Right here. After 7 years of freedom, of filming, of first dates and beach holidays, she asked one question. What is wrong with me? And before anyone could answer, she answered it herself. blamed the men, moved on. But the question was real. This part matters. Because there's a woman in your life right now being told the same story. That she deserves more. That what she has isn't enough. That happiness is just one decision away. She traded 4 decades with a loyal man for a question she's now asking alone, on camera, with no one left to answer it.
I'm 71, and the wonderful thing about having children is they become your friends if you're lucky enough. I had my children probably older than some, so I was nearly 40 when I had my youngest son. And now we are the best of friends, so much so that we travelled around Southeast Asia for 7.5 months. And of course I relied on him a lot to be my travel guide, to book the restaurants. Now I'm back in the UK. I feel I should be more independent, but I still keep asking him to do things for me. And some of my friends think I shouldn't. But why not? I mean, I'm only going to be here once, and if he's my tech support for the rest of my life, so what? And when he doesn't want to do it, he makes it known. I can remember once when we were actually on the beach in Vietnam, and he put a little sign up and said, "The tech support is closed for 2 hours," and I quite respect that.
A grown man, on a beach in Vietnam, hand-wrote a sign telling his own mother he's unavailable for 2 hours. 7.5 months together. He booked the restaurants. He carried the bags. He fixed the phone. He became everything her husband used to be, except he didn't choose that. She chose it for him. She didn't leave her marriage. She relocated it. Same dynamic. Same dependence. New person. Her friends told her to back off. She didn't listen. And now her son is the one setting boundaries in writing just to breathe. Here's the question, is he a good son? Or is he quietly becoming unavailable to the woman he'll eventually love, because his mother got there first? She left her husband for feeling like furniture. 7 years later, her son is the chair. Same seat. Different room. She'll stay until someone makes her move. You already knew how this ended. Stay sharp.